Welcome to Ultimate Orlando Clicks. It's been a long time and we've got a lot of ground to cover, so let's get going. We are beginning over at what is now called Disney Springs, downtown Disney, of course, and this is the parking garage. We've been here before, but this walkway here is new. You go to the second floor and then you take the walkway across. You get to a little landing spot here, and then there's another set of escalators that take you down to the bottom. Now, while we're still here on that second floor, I do want to pause and show you this real quick. This is the bridge going across the street, and it is nearing at least completion in terms of that look. And then let's go down the escalator here. You'll see that this area is covered as well, and it's we'll see it later, known as the Orange Garage. Now we're here to take in a look at the new shop. This is in the former, once upon a time, Magnetron, more recently the United World Soccer store. It is called Superhero Headquarters. There's that view, I promised, of the Orange Garage. This is slightly out of order, of course, but I wanted you to see what it looks like from the front. It's very nicely done with the brickwork. Okay, back to the Superhero Headquarters. This is what it looks like on the outside. It's been repainted purple. And then as you step in, you'll see that there are a lot of these kinds of signs around showing some specific characters and their features and what their biography and their powers are like. And this is what the store looks like, kind of in large terms. It's somewhat crowded, but not overly so. Lots of Marvel stuff, of course. That's what the store is there to do. Disney cannot have Marvel characters in the parks, but they can sell this stuff. Now, in one corner of the room, there is that green screen. They're attempting to map your face onto existing pictures, so they're attempting to sell those to you. I'll look at some of the merchandise available. It runs the gamut. The clothing, there's comics, there's books, there's magnets and pins. Here's another one of those signs up at the top, Guardians of the Galaxy. So you see that it's kind of the cartoon version rather than the movie version, or the comics version, I should say, rather than the movie version. All sorts of interesting toys as well. And this shirt caught my eye, a postcard from Asgard. And then this was the pin trading board that one cast member was holding. It's a Captain America shield. I thought that was kind of interesting. Now, slightly down the road from there, we have the hangar, which has recently been announced to contain Indiana Jones stuff. This is located next to the boathouse. And new for me as well, it's been open a couple of weeks now, is the Erwin Pearl store. Now, this is on the corner near Raglan Road. Raglan Road is just to the left of this picture as we take this picture. Let's have a look inside, and it's got two rooms. This is really the main room right here, and it's all about jewelry. And so it's enamel jewelry, a lot of custom jewelry, limited edition. There's the other second room. It's really just this display case. And certain collections, like they have a Van Gogh collection. All right, we're switching over to Hollywood Studios now for Star Wars weekend. So it was the opening weekend last weekend. And we're stopping at Backlot Express first. This is that restaurant near Star Tours. And they've got something new going on, Express Orders. So there's an app you can download and order before you even get to the restaurant, and then kind of report there and pick up your food. Or have it delivered to your table. Didn't try that out, so I don't know exactly how that works. Now, one half of Backlot Express is currently decorated for Star Wars weekends. It turns into Rebel Hangar in the evenings, and then it's a table sit-down service. So you can't just go get a table and sit there. You have to eat something. And it's more like a lounge. And so they've got it decorated as though this was a Rebel hangout. So they're like defacing Imperial stuff, and they've got Imperial trophies lying around, like this TIE fighter wing. And there's a helmet on this statue over here. They've got all these tarps everywhere. Really just like it's a place that they've taken over and made their own. And there are these centerpieces on all of the tables. They're maneuverable articulated toys, obviously Star Wars characters. And they're fairly tall, actually. They're like a foot tall. And that's, I think, one of the ways that they know where you're sitting during the evening. Now, during the daytime hours where I was taking these pictures, it is regular use Backlot Express. You can use the area just to eat your regular lunch that you ordered from the counter service. And so there's the sign out in front for the lounge experience. They do take reservations. In fact, you probably need reservations. It's usually pretty full for walk-ups. Speaking of full, this is what it looks like out in the walkways just behind the Star Tours area, near the Star Tours area. Very crowded weekend, and this is a pinch point. Now we're here looking at Darth's Mall. It's in a new location this year, and we're actually walking in the Backlot Tram Tour walkway. So you can see that they've got some of these Star Wars cards looking designs. And this is telling us about the 3 different shops in Darth's Mall, but you'll see what that looks like. And they're leading us in two different directions. Over to the right, Wad's Grotto is where that frozen store was, the second location of it, and the X-Wing collectibles, as we'll see, was the warehouse, the very last part of the queue for Backlot Tram Tour. So they've got signage on the ground showing you which way to go, walk around characters, at least on this opening weekend, and some more of these Star Wars cards modeled on real ones. But you can see by the size of the people next to them that they're quite large cards, actually. They're oversized billboards. It just adds an element of nostalgia, but also neatness and theme to the area. So here we are going into X-Wing collectibles, and this store is different from the other one. The other one's going to have sort of your everyday merchandise. This one's going to be the ones that are limited and more expensive. And as you can tell, it is the former warehouse from Backlot Tram Tour. You can even still see the loading zone here. There's a wait on most times of the day to get in there. 15-20 minutes would be about normal. And while you're waiting, you can look at the skiff they've got set up on the outside. This was formerly part of the Tram Tour. So this is the sort of collectible stuff we're talking about. So prints that are more advanced artwork, keychains. They've got things like magic bands unique to the event, and then the D-Tech technology. Multiple versions of this now. It's not just a Stormtrooper. There's a Jedi, and there's a TIE Fighter pilot, and an X-Wing pilot, and lots of different neat things. And this is set up in the store right behind me, actually, as I was taking that picture. Vinylmation for sale, the Star Wars Vinylmation. They've got a new character this year. They've previously had R2MK that had mouse ears, so they're obviously trying to do something like that again. Now it's R4D23 with a sorcerer's hat. Seems like a weird combination to me, but to each his own. This is the store looking kind of larger out. There's the D-Tech Me in the corner there, and they've got artwork for sale. That's formal artwork, and they've got some decorations set up at the top. Those aren't moving, but they're props, and that adds a little bit of uniqueness to the area. And they've got a large area set up for the cashiers as well. It was nicely flowing on the day we visited. Now, both of the stores have something called a Lightspeed Pass entrance. Basically, it's a fast pass, and if you buy an upgraded experience for the weekend, and those start at like $69 per person per day, then what you get is you get reserved seating at the parade and reserved seating at the fireworks. In fact, snacks and so forth at the fireworks as well. And then you get to skip the lines at the stores. So it's an upcharge experience, and that's what that's all about. Now they have the Aurasma set up. That's to animate this stuff if you've got the right app. That these are signage, and we're waiting in line for the other non-collectible store called Wad's Grotto. There you are. See the entrance there. It's been themed as well. And this one is themed on the inside like Tatooine. Hence the Watto connection with all the suns. And it actually took me a little while to figure out what this is, but we'll come back to that. Now that I've called attention to it, I'm sure you can figure out what it is. But they've got the moisture farm equipment and so forth set up, and it was really around the corner from here that I had noticed that large oversized feature. Coming back to that in 1 second. First here in the corner of Wad's Grotto is the personalized name tags. They're $9, and these are the designs. You can't see them very well, but these are the designs this year. They do have Tusken Raiders set up in one corner, and these are physical props. That's not a painting, kind of life-size, but only half of them there. And then this caught my eye, this metal flat puzzle that assembles into a 3D thing afterwards. Those are pretty neat. So this was where I was looking at the build-your-own droid thing here and recognizing the Jawas, also physical props, when I realized, hey, that looks like a tread. And so I backed up and saw the whole wall is a sand crawler, so the Jawa thing. They do have a snack stand set up inside this facility as well. You can see the crawler right there. And then Reese, one of the characters from Jabba's palace, is also a physical prop. He doesn't move or anything. We know him from the Star Tours promotion or trailer video as well. Not trailer, safety video. And then the final room here is the checkout area, and it's one way, actually. You can walk into this area from the outside, but you can't come back in. You can see they've got decorations set up on the outside there as well. So they've really done some decorations. You see there's apologies for the color correction here, but you see there's the snow speeders just outside of there as well. And if you'd come in from this angle, you'd be greeted by the Watto card. And further back from that, in the shopping area here, I'm closer to Studio Catering Company now, they've got Legos set up out here where you can just play with Legos. Speaking of Studio Catering Company, let's have a quick look at the menu. It's changed since I've last been here with the camera. It's not that new now, it's been a few weeks, but things like spicy chipotle ranch chicken and the deli sandwich They were decent, certainly a step up from what was here before, but still theme park fast food. Some more of the walk-around characters. Actually, these two guys were Adventurers Club performers, the Imperial soldiers there. And since I hadn't been in One Man's Dream with a camera for a while, it was new to me that they have a model there for Mystic Manor. This is right before you go into the theater if you're looking for that. Mystic Manor being a Haunted Mansion type ride going into Hong Kong, or now open at Hong Kong Disneyland. So this is the Inside Out area. This is in Magic of Disney Animation Building, where they always show the newest artwork. And so this is a capture of one of those cabinets. And then back to the outside here, where they've got the poster set up and some iPads where you can look around. The other two cabinets, I'll take you closer to look at them, including some of the maquettes that they built for the movie. And just outside from there is an attraction poster, for Zootopia as a coming attraction. That's a movie coming in spring 2016. So that's artwork you can find out there on the internet now as well. And then just across the way from that, the little sub-offices, the sunken offices in this little hallway have been changed to reflect the Inside Out artwork also. Now, outside from Magic of Disney Animation and near the Playhouse Disney the thing that shows all the Disney afternoon stuff is this construction. I'm not sure what's going on here. Perhaps they're building some lighting rigging. So Stars of the Force, this is where you meet the actors and get autographs and so forth. Used to be around the Echo Lake area where it was hot and they were stuck in booths and there was long lines. And they've shoved the whole thing into the now vacant American Idol experience. And so you come to the American Idol experience to go meet the stars. Now here's back at the lounge, a look at the food options available. You'll see that there are small plate options, and there are things like $8 and $10 and so forth. And so if you're getting 2 small plates for 2 people and 2 drinks, it could be a $40 experience to go into that lounge. At Star Wars Weekends, now they've got this premium seating area, VIP area, on both sides of the stage. There's a center strip that is open for anyone to stand there and reserve spots for the stage show and fireworks. But otherwise, on both sides of that, they've got all these tables set up. And that's for that $69 upcharge experience I was mentioning earlier. And there's even a $99 version of the upcharge experience as well. So that's where their desserts come. It's like the Wishes dessert party you would find over at the Magic Kingdom, but done for Star Wars Weekends. Over at Brown Derby, the patio area is partly closed off. They're doing a little bit of construction there. It is open from the other side, though. You can still sit down there. And the bar is open over on this side. That does it for us this week. We thank you guys for your attention, and we'll try to be a little bit more regular about the updates. It all depends on what's going on and where the camera is that week. Catch you next time.